Microchips have become a matter of national security. Texas is trying to avoid being caught in a crisis. Good evening, I'm Clarice Tinsley. There is a race to ramp up domestic production of semiconductors for cars, phones, and appliances, but skilled workers are needed to make that happen. Fox 4's Alex Boyer looks at a big investment announced today in North Texas. Hey, Alex.
Hey, Clarice, indeed, you know, the state's $1.4 billion investment really illustrates Texas's commitment to the national race to capture really billions of dollars worth of federal funding available for the semiconductor chip industry. I talked to an economist today that says the right mix of incentives as well as a skilled workforce is what will ultimately be key to the state's success.
Basically, everywhere you turn, you are engaged with something that has a microchip in it. That is just going to accelerate in the coming years.
At a news conference on the campus of UT Dallas Tuesday, Governor Greg Abbott talked about the $1.4 billion investment Texas is making in the much in-demand semiconductor industry.
It will leverage Federal CHIPS Act money to promote microchip production.
The Texas CHIPS Act, passed by the state legislature this past session, seeks to attract new investments, secure lucrative federal grants, and create thousands of high-paying jobs over the next decade.
Success cannot be achieved without exceptional people. Exceptional people from PhD level to technician and everything in between.
UT Dallas is part of that plan. The university already opened a new research center to advance semiconductor technology and test electronics in this highly specialized field. We got a good look at one of these so-called clean rooms where chips are made.
And they don't have to be a UTD student to do it. We can invite others in to be a part of this. We can be doing training for people who are already employed.
Reliance on chip imports is risky, as was evident during the pandemic. Disruptions in global supply chains led to microchip shortages, which in turn caused shockwaves across the U.S. economy.
At the international level, we have a vulnerability when it comes to the manufacture and production of semiconductors.
Texas Instruments is set to open the first phase of a new semiconductor wafer fabrication plant in Sherman in 2025, but other planned facilities in the U.S. aren't moving forward as quickly as planned. Taiwan-based chipmaker TSMC is delaying the opening of a second plant in Arizona, citing a lack of incentives and access to a skilled workforce as contributing factors.
If we thought we could depend on that supply chain from overseas for certain things, that's probably what we would want to do.
SMU economist Mike Davis says there's no easy solution.
It's important to remember that what we're calling an investment in domestic manufacturing today is incredibly expensive. Whether this is a good investment or not depends on what you think the geopolitical circumstances are going to look like in the next 15 years.
Meanwhile, the governor says the next steps will be for the newly formed Texas Semiconductor Innovation Consortium to hire an executive director. That person will help develop and execute a plan on how to ultimately spend the Texas chip money.